Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Blood and Steel. Now, I had waited at Chalbeck Castle until it was garrisoned, and now I have a rather large amount of Alephs, as you can see. Now, a couple of you have actually stated that you'd like to know how I've actually been doing that, and mostly it is me drawing Alephs out from the auto-hired garrisons in our various strongholds, as that seems to be probably the easiest way to gain Alephs, and I'm thinking I will most likely stop around 14 right now, so I don't become too overpowered, because then it may turn into a rather stagnant series maybe, because then there won't be too much challenge, and that would defeat the purpose, I suppose. So, here we are actually going to be fighting an undead horde. Now, this is the first time I believe we're actually fighting them for a rather serious attempt, because I believe the only other time I have attempted to do so, and that was in the special feature of this particular mod, and also I believe it was a mistake in the earlier episodes of this series. So hopefully, now that we have a rather significant force, and by the way, I also found some of these units right here in the tavern at Suno, I believe, so that helped us out quite a bit, and hopefully they will show us how amazing they actually are. So let us now take on the undead horde. They do have 25 flesh golems, so I am only hoping that my Alephs actually do a really good job, so let's do it. Okay, yes, I know you want brains, but I may not actually have any at the moment. We will soon see. If we actually prevail here, then I do have brains, but if we do not, then I do not. So let us hope that we actually do. Who knows, though? I have not fought these fellows in a rather serious manner ever before, so hopefully it will all work out rather nicely, I hope. And now, let's just make sure that we get all of our units to the top of this hill. Ah, this is a very nice battlefield indeed. Oh yes, I am looking forward to this. Okay, let's get our Alephs up here, and they are now attempting to shoot us, but I don't believe that will actually be very effective at this range. So let's actually get our archers a little bit up the hill as well, and then we will get our infantry over there, and we'll also place our cavalry to the side. Now, our Alephs, as you can see, there are a lot of them. They will start to bombard the enemy with a rather vicious amount of artillery fire. And there goes another roadrunner. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it seems as though the Alephs are actually doing a really good job. And oh my goodness, do you see those guys? Where are they going? How could you? I need your assistance. Okay, well, as you can see, they are currently being bombarded off in the distance right there. Now, I am going to be playing this extremely cautiously, so as to not lose out on any potential mistakes that I may indeed make, because, as you know, flesh golems are exceedingly difficult to take down, and I would appreciate it if we didn't actually lose too many units in the process. So, ooh, it seems a lot of flesh golems are actually being taken out by our Alephs, as you can see. Look at those guys. They're all in a row. One is dancing around there. And I think we may actually... Oh, wow. There's only 3 enemies remaining. Okay. Well, it seems as though having a lot of Alephs is rather beneficial. But I suppose now that we have taken out... Oh, only 9 flesh golems. That is not exactly the greatest result that I actually wanted. I was hoping that we could take out all 25 of them, but if they're only going to be placing 9 in the battle each time, then I don't believe they actually have any chance whatsoever in actually defeating us. But I think this time I will take more of a chance, and we will actually... Oh my. They are quite far away, aren't they? Oh my. Okay. Well... I'm not entirely sure why they're so far away, but I guess we will see. Ah, I see. It's this map layout. Okay, well, that makes sense then. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, so let's actually see what they're going to do, because I don't know whether it's very advisable for them to charge us, but I would appreciate it if they would make this a little bit easier on my troops, because, of course, my troops do not want to be tired out by the time that we get over there. That would be quite nice to avoid, I must say. So, yeah, I guess they are going to stay in that one position. That is rather odd, considering they are an undead horde, and usually they will attack at the first sign of anything living. But it seems as though that is not the case in this particular situation. And they don't actually have any unique leader, so we don't have to worry about any particular coordination, I suppose. I can only hope that our very small amounts of archers, or we actually have quite a few, but they're a little bit further out. Oh my goodness, I think a battle sister ran into them already, as you can see. There's a battle sister over there. I don't know whether you can see that brown dot, but that is actually one of our battle sisters, I believe. And that is not a good thing at all to see one all the way over there, that's for sure. So, interesting. Okay, ooh, they're coming closer. Okay, so they are actually coming closer. Let's put our infantry there, maybe. Thank you. Cavalry, yes, and infantry, yeah, that's fine. And our Alephs are catching up, slowly but surely. And we will now place our archers around here as well. Where are the flesh golems? Ah, I see a few of them. Aha, okay. Well, let's get our infantry a little down the hill here, just to make sure that they can protect our archers, if the enemy does decide to charge us, that is. And there we go, we have a lot of our riflemen going. Oh my goodness, okay. Let's charge our cavalry in right away, or should we? That's probably a good idea. Yes, let's do it. As best we can. Go infantry as well, and I think our allies should start to help us, I hope. If they do not, then I will be sorely disappointed. Okay, let's actually try and take out one of these flesh golems, because I have actually never seen the amount of XP they actually give you. So that would be very nice indeed. Oh, I think I may have actually just killed one. Did I? No, I killed a caravan guard. And it seems as though the flesh golems are rather difficult for me to actually take out. Not entirely sure why that is, considering I do have a very, very good pistol indeed. So let's try and take this fellow out over here, if possible. Yes. Okay, we're doing quite some damage. Oh, I may have taken him down. Or, yes. Aha. So we were actually awarded 4,840 XP. I'm actually wondering whether that is the max amount of XP that you can get for any particular kill, because I believe I was awarded that amount for taking out an enemy Aleph. So maybe it is. Or unless it is exactly the same, maybe it is, who knows. So, there we are. That was actually very easy indeed to take them down. I was extremely surprised by that, of course. I was not expecting to be able to vanquish them that quickly. But I suppose... yes. With this many Alephs, I don't think you can really lose, can you? Not entirely sure on that, of course, but... I think we'll have to try out our Alephs versus another vassal. That might actually give us a greater challenge. Even though flesh golems, yeah, they're supposed to be amazing. But I suppose we did not give them a chance to actually gain ground on us, and that may be partly the reason why we were able to pull off such a simple victory. But who knows? Okay, there we are, that's fine. And we will upgrade a few people, even though I doubt they would take anything. Let's take a few of that, and there we go. 5,200 dinars just for that. Very nice indeed. And we helped one of our village farmers' groups from actually being attacked. And yes, speaking of this particular message, I made Lord Alayan our marshal, so as to hopefully spur some of our other vassals to leave Tyr and actually be useful for once. Now, there are a great host of enemies near Tyr. And I'm actually, near Heian now, which is there. Aha, who is this? Let's take a look. Oh my. Okay. So they do have a lot of units, as you can plainly see. Oh, The Kingdom of Swadia is offering us a peace agreement. Well, that is a rather splendid event, if I do say so myself. We will be accepting that. That is for sure. Because now I don't have to fight these guys. As you can see, they are... Wow, yes, they have around 2,000 troops. I wouldn't be surprised if they would be able to even take Tyr from me. So, probably not the best idea to continue to wage war against them, and it gives me a chance to sell a few items. So, yes, I think what I may do now is I will cut away while I sell, and then when I cut back, we should be at a village or maybe fighting a vassal, so as to increase our relation with the Army of Darkness. That is, of course, to massacre a village. So, I will see you in just a moment. Okay, so we have arrived at Yelbegi, and yes, it didn't actually take me very long to get over here, but I did place some prisoners at our particular prison in Tyr, so hopefully that will be able to sustain us if we indeed do have a catastrophe happen to us. So let us now massacre this village as best we can, and maybe a Nord vassal will turn up and we'll be able to try our hand at being able to defeat them. And oh my goodness, what is eating us away here? It seems the wages for my party are absolutely immense now, so I may actually have to deposit a few of these units in Tyr's garrison to lessen that. That is quite astounding. The Army of Light now hates us, but the Army of Darkness is on their way to becoming friends, so we'll soon see what that will do later on, hopefully. And now let us take everything we potentially can, as goodness knows we do now need the greatest amount of income that we can actually produce, due to obviously being rather overindulgent with our forces' wages. Now, let's see if we can actually take Yelbegi Castle. That would be very nice indeed. As I stated in the previous episode, I have been attempting to consolidate our territory and eventually maybe move down to take Praven, as one of you actually suggested in the comments. That might actually be a very good idea indeed, and I concur, because as you can see, the only strongholds that the Nords actually have, and I'm very surprised by this, are Yelbegi, Nadar Castle, and Praven. So it may indeed happen. So we will soon see how this particular... Oh, yes, this particular siege goes, because as you can see, they actually have an Aleph as their prisoner. So we may be able to rescue it. That would be amazing. Oh yes, okay. Let's try that out. I do actually have a full army. And, wow, it's only actually 44,000 weekly cost, but it... Oh yeah, 60,000 for our wages in the towns and so forth. Okay, that's fine. Let's head in. And maybe be able to pull this off. Because they do have two Alephs here, one from the vassal and one from the auto-hired garrison, of course. So, they only have 10 days of food remaining, but I don't believe they are going to be too forthcoming with their surrender. So we're going to have to do this the hard way. Now, this is a new castle design, I believe. I don't think we have encountered this in quite some time. So I think what I may do is place our Alephs on the hill here, and oh my, ouch, that hurt. And hopefully they will rain down death upon them, as they are currently doing, and the rest of our units will charge in and hopefully deal quite a significant amount of damage to their front lines. So let's do it. I do apologize for the extremely low frame rate, but as you can probably imagine, we are currently sustaining a lot of particle effects. As you can see, look at the particle effects currently going on here. That is just amazing. Whoa. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, let's get up here, guys. Come on, we can do this. No problem whatsoever. I believe we've actually taken out their Alephs already. Oh my. This is exactly why I suppose one of you said very early on in this series that you had, I believe, 10 Alephs, and it made it extremely easy. So I think what I may be doing is placing a few Alephs maybe 5 or 6 in the garrison at tier and then leaving it at that, because as you can see, everything is becoming extremely easy, and I don't think that that is too entertaining for everyone to watch. That's why I wanted to try my mettle against one of their vassals, but luckily enough, the Swadians actually offered us a peace agreement, and I was not going to refuse that, because goodness knows we are actually at war with a lot of people at the moment, and I would not like to continue having a difficult spot to contend with. So yes, that was pretty much my only option, I suppose. And and for some reason my shield unequipped itself. Wonderful. This is the exact reason why you need to have a good mouse. My mouse is absolutely terrible with its scroll wheel. Its scroll wheel is way too... Oh my goodness. Where am I? No! I am in the nether. I cannot see where I was. Oh my goodness. Yes, but as I was saying, my mouse scroll wheel is actually incredibly fickle. So one brush against it with my hand and boom, it unequips my shield. So I have to be a little bit more careful with that in future. But thankfully, our units were able to easily win in that particular engagement, so I didn't have to worry too much about that, I suppose. We were awarded a rather significant amount of renown, which is always a good thing. What? What is this? Oh my... Okay. That is quite the weapon, isn't it? Oh my, okay. Well, it is actually invisible. I cannot see it. As you can see, it has no tooltip, so I suppose this might be an Easter egg. It's either an Easter egg or it's either a mistake. It's probably a mistake due to, obviously, it being in rather early development, although I am thoroughly enjoying it so far, of course. And yeah, I'm going to have to test this out at some point or another. That would be amazing. It uses no ammo? Does it use ammo? It is a cannon, so it might use cannon ammo. Where is my cannon ammunition? There. Yes, any weapon marked cannon needs this ammo type equipped to work. So yes, I'm assuming that it is actually that, although it doesn't have cannon in brackets, so it may not be. But we will soon see if I indeed do test it out. I'm sure some of you will let me know what it actually does and whether it's actually worth using. So there we are. Okay, I will be taking Yelbegi for myself, of course, just so that I can hopefully sustain my army for a little bit longer, because as it stands, we are not doing too well in that area. Okay, so I think what I may do now... I really want to head to Nadar Castle and take that. But as it stands, Yelbegi does need to be auto-hired, and I'm a little bit skeptical about whether any Nord vassals will turn up. So I think what I may do is end this episode off here, and next time on Blood and Steel, Yelbegi should be auto-hired, no problem at all, and we should be able to head on to either Nadar Castle, which is a little bit too far away for my liking of my own territory, but it may be worthwhile, I don't know, but it would be very worthwhile for us to take Praven, as one of you actually mentioned that you can, I believe, recruit some rather powerful units from the home cities of each faction, so it may indeed be worthwhile to take that, even if we sustain heavy losses. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.